Okay then, today we're going to go over everything you need to know about Sumobito, also known as Barope. Starting with Sumobito's typing len, it is a bug brawler typing, which means we are weak to Toxic, Mind, Spirit, Brawler, and we are quad weak to air. And then we resist Plant, Earth, Dark, and we quad resist Bug. So yeah, defensively, not exactly the best. However, offensively, we can hit Plant, Dark, Mind, Typeless, Ice, Bug, and Metal for super effective damage, which honestly, offensively, Sumobito is really good. Okay then, and onto Sumobito's stats then. We have 57 health, 80 energy, 110 melee attack, 91 melee defense, 21 range attack, 86 range defense, and 50 speed. So yeah, as you can see, a very low base stat total, but when I'm basically like working with Cinemo's base stat total, and also Cinemoth is like a fairly like faster Loomian that is like more offensive, like for range attack, not really like any defenses. But then Sumobito's the completely opposite. It's more like a bulky offensive Loomian, which working with the base stat totals I have to work with isn't the easiest thing in the world. So yeah, also the energy is like fairly low as well, so you gotta invest like quite a little bit more. It's like below average, but I mean 80 is still usable. Just gotta invest a little bit more TPs than you would like a starter Loomian, for example. The defenses are alright, but also those are dragged down quite a bit by the health. But after like a couple of bulk ups, once we get into the moves, okay, I mean it can definitely take a couple of hits, but like I said, defensively Sumobito like isn't that amazing anyway. Also, its melee attack stat is really good, and it has got quite a few priority moves, which like I said again, we'll go over in a second anyway. So yeah, stats, I don't think they're like anything impressive. Like 50 speed is not exactly like great, but like I said, it has got quite a few priority moves, so I think it's alright. I mean, like defensively, like I said, the typing is trash. No matter like what I do for like the defense is okay. Even if I made like 100 across the board, it's just kind of like weak to like, I would say like a couple of too many common things, especially like quad weakness to air kind of sucks. But offensively, I think it's going to be pretty scary. Okay, then next let's talk about the abilities then. The first ability is going to be Guru, which will power up your weakened moves. So basically any move that is 60 base power or weaker will get a 50% damage boost. This is a really good ability, although it does kind of get outshined by the secret ability. Yes, this thing only has two abilities, okay? The first ability is Guru, and the secret ability, which is Double Strike. For this ability, when you attack, your attack will basically attack twice, and the second attack will only do 25% of the damage that the first hit did. So basically, whenever you attack, you just get like a 25% damage boost in the form of 2 hits, okay? So if the first attack like breaks a scapegoat or like breaks an ability like Clutch, or if we eventually get like a focus slash item, the second hit will then be able to hit them directly for their health. So also if they have Clutch or a focus slash item maybe later in the game, it just also just gets rid of them. And then if they have a scapegoat, we can break the scapegoat and then also hit them on top of their health, which is really nice. Okay then, next let's go over the moves then. So starting with the level up moves, we only get Gnaw, Stare, and Bug Bite on Kathon, although you can actually go above the evolution level to 18 for Pestilence and 32 for Fire Blasts. Don't really know if you want any of those moves, but when you evolve into Barope, you can only get Brace as an evolution move, and it doesn't actually get any level up moves. And then when you evolve again into Sumobito, you get Counter Stance as an evolution move, then you get Chop, Bamboozle, Quick Punch, Parasitize, Bulk Up, Horn Dashi, and Body Slam. So also there is a couple of new moves here that we have, which is basically Counter Stance, its evolution move. This one, it's a +1 priority move, like the same also as Quick Punch, which Quick Punch, Quick Pounce, Light Dash, all of the priority moves that we have in the game is +1. So basically, Counter Stance will only work if the opponent is using an attack that damages you. So if it uses like a support move or it uses Wait or Rest, it will fail, but it is a pretty strong move. I think it's like 70 base power if I remember correctly. And then the other new move that it has, well, I say new move, it's mostly just like a rename, okay? It's called Horn Dashi. Originally, this was actually just going to be like a fairly like strong move. I think it's like 60 base power. I think originally it was meant to be like 70 power, and it was meant to have like a 20% critical hit chance. However, Orlando wanted it to be more like a sumo move sort of thing, so instead now it is a 60 base power move, and it's basically just a clone of Driving Force. So whenever you use it, it is a -6 priority move, so you will basically always go last. But then whenever you use the move, it will force the opponent off of the field. And it is guaranteed. I know that like the flavor text makes it a little bit weird. It says potentially. The words potentially there just means that if like it's their last Loomian, or if it's a wild Loomian, it can't throw them out of the ball because they're the last ones on the field. So that's what the potentially means. But otherwise, it's just a copy paste of Driving Force with a different name. And then for the MMs, we have Dodge, Barter, and Ill Will, and for the rally moves, because it's the exact same as like Cinemoss like rally moves, it gets Pester, Poison, and Air Blade. So if you're going to use any rally moves, you're probably only going to use Poison, but most people, I'm assuming, just aren't going to run that. Okay then, really fast then before we end off the video, for a set I think people are most likely going to run or are most likely already running, it's most likely going to be the Double Strike secret ability, paired them with I guess like bulk up free attacks. I'll say Guru is a really good ability, but compared to like Double Strike, it just kind of overshines it. It is just a better ability overall. So yeah, but for the moves, also you have got Bulk Up, and I guess for like the attacking moves, you have Parasitize for your Bug Stab, and then you have quite a lot of like priority. You've got Quick Punch, and then you have Counter Stance. So those are probably the 4 moves that people are going to run. Also, you have got like Hondashi and Poison. Hondashi I think is a really good move, like if you think something's like swapping in on you, you can like Hondashi and get them right back out of there, but I think most people are probably going to go for the bulk up free attacks, because also, like I said, Bug Brawler is really good offensively. I guess it's kind of like similar to Borok, like Borok hasn't got like the best base stats, kind of similar to Sumobito. I think I did the best what I could though with like Cinemoss base stat total. Trying to make a bulky offensive Lumi is pretty hard with the base stat total that I have to work with, okay? So yes, I guess it's kind of like similar to Borok though, like Borok defensively I guess is alright because Earth is just a really good typing, but also Earth and Dark is really good offensively. Same for like Bug and Brawler, that's all you really need. Like it has got a couple of coverage moves like Body Slam and Boozle, but it doesn't really need them. I mean, Brawler Bug is just that good offensively, especially because it has like quite a few priority moves, like Counter Stance, High Power, gonna get a stab increase, gonna get an ability increase, and then it's most likely gonna get a Brawler Essence increase, because let's be honest, you're probably gonna run Brawler Essence on this thing. Then also, if you know that, oh, they're gonna set up on you, or they're gonna go for Rejuvenate, you have Quick Punch. So I mean, it's like really good offensively. So I think I've done a pretty good job with like what I have. I mean, 110 base stat total, 110 melee attack, I should say, not base stat total, that would be absolute trash, but 110 melee attack is pretty darn good, okay? Especially when you have a really good offensive typing.